everyone. I'm Jeanette Johnson with Century 21 Connect Realty.
I'm Isaiah Lyles with Primerica Financial Services.
And welcome back to Mind Your Business Show. Hey everyone, it's Jeanette Johnson with Jeanette Johnson with Century 21 Connect Realty. However, if you don't know anything about
That's
what it
super
takes,
daunting, especially when it comes down to the inflation.
and always remember to mind your business.
Back in the mind. Special day.
A special Valentine's Day episode for you. And we're talking about love and listings and how real estate and finance are the ultimate power couple.
It is indeed.
Absolutely. So the biggest thing and what makes them mesh so well, of course, is finding the perfect home. Just like dating, you're going to go out on the market, you're going to see what's out there, and you're going to, hopefully you're at a point where you're qualified to do such. And you're going to say, all right, I have hair that's like completely attached to my lip. Okay. And you're going to say, all right, what's out there? What can we find? And you're going to try to find your dream home, okay? And you're going to think about what you're going to talk about on your dates. You're going to see if this person is qualified, see if they're the right perfect match. But we also need to discuss, after having such dates, and maybe you do find the right one, what are the red flags? Because they're out there.
There's always red flags.
And just like house hunting,
And deal breakers.
there's red flags and deal breakers. One big thing is the foundation, okay? Foundation issues are a biggie. If that person just don't have it together,
Oh, yeah. If it's deeply rooted,
they gotta go. Get the boot. And just like the house, gotta get the boot.
gotta go.
And bad location. I don't know where you found this man, but if you picked him up from the wrong place in town, he gotta go. Same with the house. That house has to go. And overpriced.
Yeah.
You take somebody out on a date, how much does it cost?
If it's too much to start, you might have a headache down the
flag.
road. That's a red flag.
Red flag. And what about love at first sight? Do you believe in that?
Sometimes, but not always. You have to have you can have that love at first sight, but at the end of the day, you got to check them out. You got to see what's going on. You got to go. You got to revisit. Maybe have a second date. Come back, see again. Go back, debrief with everybody. Talk to somebody who you trust and say, okay, am I crazy? Am I good? Get some other opinions.
Yeah, I believe in love at first spark.
Okay.
I feel like
I like that. Love is first spark.
Yeah, when you see somebody or you see a house, for instance, you walk in and you say, "Oh yeah, I felt that I'm intrigued. I want to do this again." You get that adrenaline rush, and you just can't forget that said person or said house, right? So you want to come back. You want to make sure you weren't tripping that that's the right person.
That's when you start asking questions like, when was this built?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, don't let it cloud your judgment. Same with houses. Don't walk into a house and say, oh, this is the one, and you're just sold on it. Make sure you're doing your due diligence. Make sure you're getting your inspections, and you're really making an honest decision. Yeah, but let's talk about the finance,
Finance side, okay. It's just like getting ready for a date. But as a fellas, and you should know, and ladies too. I don't know, I'm not a lady. But but before you start stepping out into the dating market, what you do is, as a man, you should be working on yourself. Okay? So you got to make sure you're fit and in shape and you're ready to step out and start dating. So you want to make sure your finances are in order. And it's kind of like just when trying to get into the scene of like getting a new house. You want to make sure you do everything on the front end, as far as like making sure you're saving some money, making sure so you have a good down payment, invest in your money, make sure your debt's low, credit's high. Debt low, credit high. That makes your life a whole lot cheaper, right? So we're gonna make sure that we are in shape on the front end, so we can say, okay, now let's step out and see what we look like, because guess what? We're gonna be way more attractive to that house.
Absolutely.
You're going to be way more attractive to that partner.
You have more options, too.
You got more options, too.
You're highly qualified, so you can go out in the market and you can say, well, I'm a catch.
Yep, you're the catch.
This house needs me more than I need this house.
Right.
And that's a good place to be.
And you're not desperate for it either, because you say, okay, I got options.
Exactly.
I got myself together, you know.
Exactly.
See, that's how it works, you know. But anyway,
Won me over.
you got to do the work on the front end, right? But yeah, so you want to make sure you understand your credit score, understand your debt to income ratio, because that's all going to play a factor when getting, number one, putting the down payment, getting your interest rate, and then seeing what type of mortgage you're going to get too. You have way more mortgage options and options for like programs that are offered by lenders are way more open in that sort of sense. So
More possibilities for
yeah,
you to
you have way more
explore,
possibilities.
and that's always a good plus.
And if you're a couple and y'all trying to buy together and y'all trying to create that life together, get that dream home together, you want to sit down and make a plan together. Lay it all out so you know what each of you are working with, which each of you are bringing to that table as far as like credit score. Because if you're co-buying together, you're going to average those together and take the middle income score, the middle score. You want to see what debts each one has and what can you together chip away at.
Absolutely.
And the third thing I would say is sacrifices. Oh, the sacrifices I had to make all my life. But anyway.
But they're very important because just like when you are in, a solid committed relationship, you're going to have to make sacrifices.
Got
And not
to.
everything is going to be easy. So when you're moving into that world of, let me qualify myself,
Yeah.
you're going to have to give up a few things.
You have to give up those nights out. It's for a greater cause. You might have to give up a few activities that you used to do like all the time. You might have to cut back on a few habits or hobbies that you have because you have a greater goal in mind. You have
Absolutely.
you have a prize that you're trying to get to, So you got to make sure.
Am I the prize?
The house. I'm talking about houses here. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, so she is the prize. I'm a winner.
Well,
But,
when you have those friends that all of a sudden you guys are thick as thieves, you're hanging
Yeah.
out all the time, and next thing you know, they get into this really committed relationship and you don't see them anymore.
Like, dang, what's the
You're
last
like-
time we hung out?
Where you been? And they're like, oh, I'm just, I'm comfortable. I'm good.
Doing your thing.
Same kind of concept. They made a few sacrifices and you were one of them.
Yeah, sorry. But we have a goal in mind. We got a place this to be,
Absolutely, absolutely.
And when you're a couple, you have to make those sacrifices to move forward. You can't be a guy hanging out with all these ladies and everything all day, every weekend. You have to cut back on that. Same with expenditures, debts that you're racking up. You can't be out here dating 100 different women, committed in all these different relationships, trying to find the one. And that's the same that's going to go with the debt.
Yep.
Right? Because if you got car loan, this loan, credit card debt, this personal loan, you got some furniture, you got all these type of things that's, number one, going into your debt to income ratio. Number two, splitting your focus, your attention, and your resources. Guess what's getting left out? Whatever you're trying to go for in the future, that future goal, that home that you're trying to get to, the one.
Absolutely.
You're giving up the one for the many, and got to stop doing that. We got to cut that out so you can start getting yourself together. So number one, you got those options. You're gonna have the options, and number two, you're gonna find the one that's right for you.
Let's say you find the one and you fell head over heels. It was love at first sight and you were fully committed, and it just stopped working out. It stopped working out, and you say, you know what? I think I need to break up with this house, and you want to get ready to sell. So
We're still talking about houses, right?
Yes. And you're ready to sell that house, and you need to have a strategy. Well, it's okay, because sometimes it's okay to move on. Maybe you're downgrading. Maybe. Well, no, we're never downgrading. Excuse my words. You are always upgrading.
You
are
this
upgrading.
house.
You
It's
maybe
a
need to
downgrade.
downsize. That's fine. Or you're relocating because you found him at the wrong corner and you said, we got to move. Few things
Phrasing.
you need to consider. Staging that house. Same as how you want to get dressed up. You want to go out. You need to find a new match. Stage that house. Make it look pretty. Put it on the market. And, grab people's attention. You want to walk out like a new person. And then pricing it right. Okay? Ensure that you can attract the right buyers, just like how if you go on a dating app, you want to put the right pictures up. and you want to attract the right callers. You don't want anybody just clicking on you. You need it to be the right types of people. So it's always okay. You got to just prepare, because sometimes you've got to move on.
Why we keep touching me when we say move on?
I'm just
Wait,
kidding.
what's going on here? Y'all about to see
Episode of
something.
love. Episode of love.
That's what it sound like. Hope so. But yeah.
Well,
It's
I hope y'all-
you see those dating shows sometimes too, and then they always say like, oh, I want you to be happy. I want you to, when they're breaking up, I want you to be happy. I want you to go find something. So you got to make sure you're taking care of that property up until that point, just in case.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Don't lose it. Don't lose it along the way.
don't lose it along the way. And maybe you're trying to expound it and make babies with that house, you know?
Oh yeah.
Let that house have children, create a second generation. So you want to keep that value up so you get that equity built up. Number one, it can sell and have good value, so you can possibly go to the next, get the next generation going.
That makes the
You
breakup
can maybe-
easy.
Or you can rent it out. We don't break up and we stay together and we kind of create a little bit more. Maybe you want to rent out that first property. You still want to make sure it's kept up.
Absolutely.
And then you can go ahead and take maybe some of that equity that you've built up because you spent the time, you put in the effort, and you've built that. So now, having some babies, you know?
I like that.
You're getting that new house.
Something to think about.
The second
Something to
house.
think about.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this Valentine's special as much as we did, because
This is fun.
I got a kick out of it. I got a huge kick out of it.
I did too. Hopefully I'm still here next week because we said a lot about breaking up. I was playing.
With the house.
But if you're ready to make that move and find your perfect match, she's the perfect realtor for you to find that new home for you. Or if you need to move on and break up with the home that you have, she's the one to help you list it and sell it and get you into something better and get that gone at a good price. And I'm the one to help you get into shape. You know, I play hitch. I'll get you together financially. We'll help you save, get together a budget, make sure your financial foundation is key. So we're going to make sure you're completely together with a comprehensive financial needs analysis. But we appreciate you spending the time with us, especially this Valentine's Day. We love y'all. We thank y'all for always tuning in. We want you to like, share, subscribe. Always leave a comment. Tell us what you think, how you feel. Ask us some questions. And happy Valentine's Day to you. Enjoy the rest of the day. And don't forget to mind your business.